2.
So there are some of us out there, including myself, who dream to make a living in the creative industry, whether that be filmmaking, music making, or publishing. But we all know that it's pretty hard to get into the business and actually have your work published and seen by other people. So that's where an organization called Hit Record becomes handy. Hit Record is basically a collaborative organization launched in 2005 where anyone can join and contribute their own creative work to. It was created by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who you guys may know. He's been in some recent movies such as Inception, Dark Knight Rises, Looper, 500 Days of Summer, and much more. Gordon-Levitt describes Hit Record as a site that started out as a personal philosophy of making a metaphor out of a record button. So basically to join Hit Record, you make an account and then you're a member. And then you can submit your own original art, whether it be your own music, illustration, poem, video, etc. And all these works are called records. And the website is free to join. When you submit your own work, it's viewed by the whole Hit Record community. So all the members, and they can kind of critique your work. So for example, if you upload an illustration, someone can kind of like add on to that illustration or like edit it by, for example, adding a soundtrack to the background. And that's called remixing. So, and if people end up really liking that art or work, they can recommend it or re-recommend it. And when they re-recommend it, that's kind of like saying, oh, this is an interesting piece of art that I think you should check out, and you might want to like remix it yourself or whatever. And if it ends up getting kind of big and popular on the website, then it can end up in one of the big Hit Record projects. So as you can tell, Hit Record is kind of like this one big community. So it sounds kind of like YouTube, but it's not YouTube where you kind of just like, upload random videos of cats. It's not like MySpace or Tumblr or Vimeo where people kind of just like show what they made. It's kind of like a studio where people come together and make things together. And that was coded by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So you can also actually get compensated for one of your works if it does end up in one of the big projects that they have. And Hit Record has many different, like, interesting, different collaborative projects. The most recent project was called The Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, Volume 1. It was basically a tiny book that consisted of tiny stories. And each tiny story was kind of like a little illustration created by someone, and then the story was probably like 3 to 4 sentences of text, and that was a tiny story. It was like created by all these different Hit Record members, and they've kind of collabed to like choose which stories should end up in this tiny book. And the book did end up becoming worldwide and popular. It was published by HarperCollins, which if you guys don't know, is a pretty big book publishing company. And it was sold worldwide at Borders and Barnes & Nobles and other bookstores. So another project that they've worked on in the past are short films. And these short films have appeared in the Sundance Film Festival, which if you guys don't know of, it's an annual film festival, and I think last year was in Cannes, France. And they just kind of like showcase all these tiny films that have been like, some of them have been made by like these esteemed directors. So their films were showcased there. And along with that, Hit Record's still working on many more projects, many more records, a volume 2 to the Tiny Stories project, and so it's not late to join and collaborate in one of these projects. But along with these projects, there are shows, and these shows are kind of like where Joseph Gordon-Levitt comes to like a city in one of the states, and he kind of like comes and showcases Hit Record and the most recent works and projects, and how to join and get involved. So now I'm actually going to show you a clip of one of my favorite short films that was featured in the film festival and in the Tiny Book of Tiny Stories, and it's called Forbidden Love. was just one example of a project that someone created themselves, and they were inspired by their own creativity and originality, and now it's like showcased in film festivals and it's in a published book. So if you're interested in becoming like this person and you want to join this big collaborative project and work with people all over the world, then, even if you just want to make your own tiny illustration or tiny story or even your own tiny film, all you have to do is hit record.